In honor of the 30th anniversary of the Battle of Mogadishu, we had a Black Hawk Down themed match, and as my fellow compatriot... shit. Let me fix that. There, that's better. As I was saying, as my fellow compatriots were using their 90s era camo and their M16A2 clones, I figured I would shoot the match from the perspective of a Somali militant rather than the often overplayed American perspective. So while I wasn't going to break out the black face for this match, I figured I would shoot it with a beat up looking AK-47 with the stock folded. So I knew this was going to be really unpleasant shooting this whole match without a stock on my rifle. My whole goal was just finishing. I didn't care how I placed, I just wanted to finish all 4 stages. So that was my plan here. For this stage, you need to get 2 hits on the 2 steel targets from all 3 positions, and then get 1 hit on the paper targets in between the 3 positions. And here I'm already just trying to wrestle with this gun, trying to get the basic hits, and my stock falls off in character. So shooting a rifle without a stock, it wasn't as bad as I had anticipated. Oh, and I get a random malfunction here. Oh, hey, the audio's back.
Get the fuck in there. Come on.
I'm glad my microphone started working for that lovely comment. Anyway. Yeah, getting the hits is not impossible. As you can see, I'm getting them, but it's just significantly harder. Uh-oh. No, stay with this audio. Oh, no. Oh. Alright, back to the royalty-free music. So here, having to shoot under this lowest step of the staircase, the problem I'm having, and the problem that pretty much everyone else was having, was simply every time you fire, a massive cloud of dirt gets kicked up and blinds you for 2 or 3 seconds. So all this time in between shots I'm spending is literally just waiting for the dust to settle so that I can see the target. And I have the same problem here. A couple of the shots I fired here, I couldn't see the target, I just fired. Oh, reloading at an inopportune time as well. But a lot of these shots I fired, I couldn't see the target, I just fired through the dirt cloud, and Allah willing, hit some of those times. The Inshallah School of Marksmanship, as I call it. I try to recover the stock that fell off, but failed. And you get 2 more hits on the 2 targets from below the table. The dirt cloud isn't as big a problem here. Put the rifle on safe, table it, and then run down range. Hey, the audio's back. And then I need to knock the head down on this Mozambique target here. Get 1 hit on the steel in the middle. 2 hits on the second steel. 1 more hit here, and then reset the target. And I and all of my everyone else I was shooting with was just happy I finished. Expectations were completely, there were 0 expectations for this. The fact that I finished is all I needed. I don't care about my score, I'm just wanting to finish. 3 more to go.
169.35. No, 169.
For this stage, we would be shooting out of the helicopter prop and engaging all the targets. Because I was a Somali militant, I asked if I could go downrange and shoot at the helicopter, but for safety reasons that was not allowed.
Alright. Shooter, are you ready? Ready. Shooter's ready. Stand by.
So you move into the helicopter, and you need to get 2 hits on all 4 of those steel targets.
This is gonna be fun.
draw your pistol, and then get 4 hits on the 4 steel targets to the left, and then repeat the engagement, subtracting 1 steel target from each engagement. So 4 and 4, 3 and 3, 2 and 2, etc. And again, the difficulty I'm having with shooting without a stock is it's just a matter of everything I do takes twice as long. The time it takes to settle in, get a steady sight picture, it takes twice as long as it normally does. The time it takes to recover from the recoil of each shot takes twice as long as it normally does. Everything is just twice the time and twice the effort. It's doable, but everything is twice as hard. And here I start having this weird malfunction where my trigger, I would pull the trigger and it wouldn't fire, but it wouldn't drop the hammer. It would just go click some of the time. I didn't really have the time to figure out what was going on. I switched mags thinking maybe that would somehow fix it, but it didn't.
Did I get 1 hit? Yeah, far right target.
And you can see, you can hear it clicking but not firing. That's not the hammer dropping.
This trigger is fucking... 1.
But I just had to deal with it.
Hit. 1, 2. Last one. You need. Oh wait, no, never mind.
The pistol shooting here is trivial, not a problem. My rifle falls down, but it fell in a safe direction, so freaked out for a split second, but we're okay.
So we put the safety on.
Oh yeah.
All right, so just 2 targets this time.
All right.
1, 2, 1. Was it the other Asian guy who was out? 2.
Something's wrong with this trigger.
You think so?
I think so.
2. 1. Nice. All right, last target.
Not a whole lot to add here. Just getting the hits,
Yes, sir.
getting it done, finishing.
Icy clear chamber.
Like I said, that's my only goal with this match. Just finish each stage, don't par out.
4.
So, finishing the stage is a win for me.
That was weird. It was like I'd pull the trigger and sometimes there'd be a light click.
Yeah, I was hearing it.
And then I would just pull the trigger again and it would go bang.
14103. Magazine out. Icy clear chamber. I can't quite reach. There we go. Thanks for helping me get it in.
It's a team effort.
This was a stage I was dreading all day, the long range. Now, fortunately, this wasn't the longest range that we can shoot at this range. We can go out to like 200-ish yards. This was only about 100, 120 or so. So they were merciful towards me, but still, this was going to be rough.
Stand by.
You start with 10 rounds in the magazine, and you need to alternate hits on those 2 steel targets down range. I missed my first few shots because the rifle I'm shooting is not perfectly zeroed. I figure out I need to hold on the right side of the target and hold slightly low. So once I figure that out, that's not the issue. The issue I'm having is simply holding the gun steady as I pull the trigger. Again, everything you do is just twice as difficult. The time it takes to get a clean sight picture, the time you have to take to slowly squeeze the trigger, because any slight disruption to your aim that you would cause by pulling the trigger is amplified by not having a stock. It's just twice as hard in every way. So you run out of your 10 shots, you run over here, you apply this tourniquet to this
You're gonna make it, buddy.
wounded leg, save his life. You then reload with a full magazine, engage all these paper targets. I was not aiming here. As long as the barrel was pointed at the target I was trying to hit, that was good enough for me. I ended up not neutralizing a couple of the targets and got a couple penalties, but I really couldn't care less. Run back over here. I proactively reload because I know I'm going to need every last shot I can get. And I need to get a total of 12 hits, including the hits I got before, which I think I got 4 hits.
This will be fun.
So I need 8 hits from the back of the Bronco here. And again, everything I do is just twice the effort. I have to hold the gun extra steady, squeeze the trigger extra slowly. The time it takes to recover from each shot, because you see how much more recoil it has because there's no stock to brace it against. I was thinking like, there's no way I can actually do this, but I was getting the hits eventually. So I knew I could do it, it was just gonna suck. And my goal was to simply get all the hits before my arms burnt out from having to hold it steady like that and extended like that for such a long time. But I knew I couldn't rush, because if I rushed, that's when I would just miss non-stop. And I get them all. Again, I don't care how slow I was. I finished. I don't care. I won.
Done. Go. Oh my god. Holy shit.
I'd made it to the last stage of the day. I had finished 3 for 3. I was not about to lose on this final stage here. Unfortunately, it was a fairly easy one.
It's not so bad. Yeah.
Started out with a bunch of pistol shooting. You had to neutralize these 3 paper targets from up here, and then move back and knock down the steel targets that you see to my side. Again, the pistol shooting at this match was not the problem. I'm shooting my Beretta, probably my favorite handgun in terms of how well I can shoot it. Not a problem at all. I have a bit of difficulty with one of these steel poppers, which didn't go down very easily. Everyone had problems with this steel, it just wasn't calibrated, but I get it down, grab my rifle, run over to this bay, and I need, let's see, I think I needed a total of, I needed 2 hits on each target, and I needed 8 iterations, so a total of 16 hits. And again, it's just a matter of figuring out how to hold it, taking the extra time to get the sights lined up, taking the extra time to squeeze the trigger extra slow, extra smooth, as well as having to accommodate for the improperly zeroed sights. I get the hits, it just takes forever.
3, 2, 4, 2.
There's not a whole lot to say here, it's just me working twice as hard to go twice as long. It would take twice as long to get these hits that I would otherwise get no problem with a regular rifle. Again, I was half expecting after the first stage for it to be a complete dumpster fire, and I even brought one of my rifles with me so I could sub this out, or a rifle with a stock, so that I could shoot that instead of this abomination. But I got it done.
That had to go. That had,
3?
And that's really all I was asking for, just to finish. And I did it, so I'm happy with that.
It was only 16 and he
Thanks again for watching. Hopefully you don't have to see me shooting this thing at least until the 40th anniversary.
final thoughts on your stub.
Not as bad as I thought, it's still bad. Cleaned the paper.